You fit send this thing to me when we finish your life. Make I post am. All right. Amazing evening to you. So a lot is happening in Nigeria, and I just thought to let you know on all of those things happening in the country. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration marks 2 years in office with an avalanche of economic reforms bundled into what have may have been dubbed as Tinubunomics, as people will call it. An aggressive cocktail of subsidy removal, currency floating, massive infrastructural rollout, and fiscal restructuring. At the core of Tinubu's 8 point renewed hope agenda is bias of economic reengineering, which has dominated the national conversation from his inaugural fuel subsidies gone speech, perhaps that declaration, to the unveiling of multi-trillion naira infrastructure projects and sweeping tax reforms. In all of this, where lies the faith of Nigerians and what are they going through? That's exactly what we are looking at this evening. Welcome to the show. My name is Precious Inye. This is Updated Precious, where we get to bring you updates of things happening in the country. Very quickly, I'll let you in on who my guest is this evening. My guest is Benjamin. Benjamin Oyema is I like to say is a Labour Party chieftain, and there's a major breaking story from the Labour Party. I need him to, verify this conversation for us, and that's why we'll have him here today. Benjamin, thank you so much for joining us. Good evening. Thank you so much for obliging me this evening.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you? So let me get
Yeah.
straight to what the headlines or
Why are
hot
you
topics
where are
are.
you wearing where are you wearing that jersey? That jersey
Ah,
has expired. Oh.
no, it doesn't matter. And the one I get now, you won't buy me the recent one. Buy me the
No.
recent one now.
Your country is a failed state. You don't know.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. We've not even started.
No,
Stop that, I beg.
it was
Hey.
predicted and is coming
Uh-huh.
to pass.
Oh, wow.
You want me to send you a comprehension documentation on Mike Ozekume, what he said. You know he's one of the renounced lawyer they have in Nigeria. And they confirmed that Nigeria is a failed state already.
I wore this on purpose today anyway. So let's
Nobody,
go.
no, nobody is even proud to use Nigerian passport. That is where Tinubu has kept Nigeria.
Away. So this is all Tinubu's fault.
You see, let me tell you.
Let,
Let me
let,
tell you.
let's go to the hot topics. Let me
Okay,
give
I
Nigerians
just
the
have one question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you are in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
If they ask you now, do you prefer 2013 and 2025? Which one will you prefer?
I would want to relive 2013 over and over again.
Okay, that answers. So it's not an accusation.
It's okay, no problem. You win, sir. For now, we'll get back to that, Benjamin. On the hot
Okay.
topic this evening, I'll let you in on some of the issues running. 2027, I'll run on Labour Party's platform, Peter Obi declared. This is as reported by Vanguard newspaper, Punch newspaper, and other papers. I'll let you in on this conversation. That's why we'll have Benjamin here with us this evening. 2027, Show Me wants Obi over coalition, tells PDP to bring him back. We need him. Meanwhile, crisis rocking PDP. I believe PDP will lead again. Bukola Saraki says so. And PDP acting chairman Damuku defends ties to Wike, denies incompetence. He said, I know they're incompetent, even though say they Wike come. I know they're incompetent. He sure say they run for the party wellness. 2027 election results have been reaching. Democracy is gone. Shawari says so. And then moving on, Delta Rep defects to APC, says Labour Party has no direction. That is Labour Party Delta Rep. He defects and says Labour Party has no direction. The same Labour Party that Peter Obi is likely to contest under. Now, 2027, don't expect automatic tickets anymore. You know how you read enemy, right? Mommy, he wants the campees. Okay, so this is getting interesting. So for those people decamping in PDP, from PDP to APC in Delta State, this now I want to be that say, don't expect automatic tickets. Ayeri wants. Okay, moving on to other issues. We're not under siege, no breakdown of security. Kogi government is saying so. But what is happening? I'll let you in on that conversation too. Ndume backtracks and hails Tinubu's appointment of Northerners into key agencies. Remember when he was saying that Tinubu's administration abi appointments are lopsided? Abi, now he don't backtrack. He said it's not they lopsided again. He don't they balance. It shock you. All right. We'll get back to that conversation. I get evidence, right? Fresh violence in Taraba claims 30 lives. Sparks criticism over government response. Moving on. Or on high alert as bandits threaten fresh attack on Catholic Church. Remember the church, the church attack in our some time back. Well, there's another threat now again. I hope said government will do something about them and not just look at them like say they just a joke. Tinubu's how Tinubu's reform pushed customs revenue to 1.3 trillion naira in Q1 2025. No vex that revenue at whose expense? Now, who's person the revenue they come up from? Importers, Abi. Who they pay the money back to importers? Not be the things then what did they import? Ew, we'll get back to that. Akpabio would present defense in court. Natasha's lawyers react to federal government suit. So, federal government suing Natasha. Akpabio, Natasha doesn't not worry. We go present evidence when the time reach. Moving on, Tinubunomics at midterm between statistics and suffering. I said I'll bring you details of that conversation. NNPC announces Port Harcourt refinery shut down. Hey, after all this money we spent in it, shut down. Well, let's get straight to the conversation very, very quickly, shall we? Moving on with the Peter Obi's conversation. Now, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 election, Peter Obi, has assured his supporters that he will contest the 2027 general election on the party's platform. He gave the assurance while speaking to young a group of young supporters in a 7 minute 16 seconds video circulating on the party's WhatsApp platform on Saturday. I haven't seen that video. I did my best to look for it and to get it for you guys, and that is why I have Mr. Benjamin here to prove to us if that video is true or not, because I did not write the story. It is as reported by Vanguard and Punch newspaper,
Let,
so I need to be sure of it.
let me
I'm
tell
coming to
you.
you. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. But let me just give them details as report states so that it won't look like I'm being one-sided. Let me quickly just furnish them details of that conversation. So moving into details, now here is the report for those who may not know. Here is the report. Vanguard also has the same exact report. Just to be clear, here is the report. That's it. Vanguard has that exact report. Now, Obi explained to his audience that what appears to be an internal crisis in the two dominant opposition political parties, the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party, has the government imprint written all over it or written all over them. In response to questions on which platform he intends to contest the 2027 election, he said, I will still continue to run in the Labour Party. I'm a member of the Labour Party. While answering another question from a youth who was apparently disturbed about what appears to be Obi's aloofness towards the Labour Party's crisis, the former Anambra State governor says what is happening in the Labour Party and the PDP is caused by the government. That's what he said. We have a platform, a problem in our party before in the past. What he went on to say that. I agree with you. All right, so let me bring you in on this. With the second phase of what he said, that the whatever problem that is in the party right now is caused by the government. He's not the only one who shares that opinion because I think Chris Walker had an interview with Arise Television earlier yesterday or so, late yesterday, where he also said the same thing. That in fact, Tinubu's statement on sweep them all is actually affirming to the fact that he's actually the engineer of the problems with all opposition parties. But let me have your take on this. Did P2B actually declare to run on the Labour Party in 2027? Is that correct?
Let me tell you. Let me
Go,
go
go,
straight.
please.
I don't know where that thing is coming from, but all I will tell you is that is a lie.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of discussion going on now. There's a lot of indices. There's a lot of so many things going on now. So there is no roadmap yet. Okay? And the reason I can tell you, let me tell you, I spoke to a senator yesterday, a sitting senator, but I don't want to mention his senatorial zone. We talked for like about 30 minutes, and he told me nobody is decamping because of the love they have for Tinubu. People are decamping because of the condition they are giving them privately. So you are shouting about 2023. What you are going to see in 2027 will shock you.
How do you mean?
Let me tell you, a list has been put down. So they call you in their chamber and they'll give you condition. If you met that condition, which means you come back to the Senate.
Away. How? Not by election.
I will tell you, these are. I say I spoke with a sitting senator. He's
You
a
know
friend
you're in
of
the
mine.
public space, so DSS, SSS, then go they watch you, they go you sure saying a true you they talk. Not vex.
What are
Not
you
vex.
saying?
Go ahead. So
What
a
are you
sitting senator
saying?
agree with you, talk say, then right list talk say, if you come do this one.
In Hilton, they give them conditions there. See, it has gotten to a point
Hey.
whereby you see whatever Nigerians are shouting for, these people they don't even listen to them. Why see? Okay, if you don't know, you know Ngozi Okolie, you know I sponsored him. You know how everything is. Well, let me just because we're in a public space. He has joined APC.
Oh, the person you sponsor to House of Rep.
He has
Oh,
joined
is the Delta
APC.
guy that moved to APC that says that Labour Party does not have any
Yeah.
future? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Are you serious? Will he win again in APC?
And somebody, the little time he spent there, have you seen him? Have you ever
I,
noticed
do,
him
I
in
don't
the
even know
chamber?
his face, apart from the fact that I knew you and I had this conversation before election. So,
Let me tell you, this is somebody who cannot even afford to buy a form.
and you did all that for him.
He couldn't even afford the suit to wear to the chamber.
Is he working for his constituents? Is he raising bills or stuffs
So,
that at
so,
least would?
so have you ever heard his voice there? Since he entered the chamber, the only day I saw him was the day they went to visit Fubara. That was the day I saw him in television. He stopped, he doesn't talk to me. Even the person that brought him to me he doesn't talk to me any longer. That is how politics is in Nigeria.
Okay, so let's address this
So,
P2B situation because it's really
so,
very important that we clear the
so,
air
so,
about it.
so, let me tell you, there's a lot of thing. There's a lot of thing going on now. I can tell you categorically. But let me tell you, do you know that even registering a new political party now, Tinubu has already given instruction on how that will
I
be.
don't understand. What do you mean by that?
See, let me tell you, the executive have every arms of government in their palms. Is what they tell them to. It has not gotten to this bad. No arms of government in Nigeria now is independent.
No,
No.
I don't understand. Are you
You
saying that
must
the president may
you,
likely direct INEC not to allow permit the registration of any new political party? Is that what you're insinuating?
okay. I tell you with facts and evidence now. 70 registration is yet lying down there and nothing has been done. So registering a new political party now, fear will not even allow the INEC to do without instruction from the executive.
Hey, I beg you, this one way you dey talk.
So
You
if
sure
you
say you get your facts right? Now question I dey ask you. Not the me talk about. Go ahead, please.
oh, these are my phones here. If you want, I can send you the evidence.
I would like to see.
So do I look like people who drink kai kai or who take weed before they come to talk in the public space? I am not in that class.
So wait, repeat what you said before again. Let Nigerians understand that what will be the problem
I
about
told
registering
you that
political.
70 registration, 70. That is why I mentioned the figure. Has been lying in INEC for the past 6 months. So registering a new political party now, they will use one reason or the other to tell you that you've passed the deadline. Tinubu is controlling the judiciary. Tinubu is controlling the executive, the security, every arms of government they have in Nigeria. None, okay, let me tell you, I challenge your Chief Justice to come up and talk on the public without direction. I challenge her to come out.
Without what do you mean by without direction? What do you mean by that?
Without a written script.
I don't understand you. The
Without
Chief
a direction
Justice is
from
a
the
very
executive.
intelligent person, so
Oh God. Stop all these things you're saying. Judgment will be written and they will send. See, it has been done. You see, sometimes when people say don't say these things, don't say these things, sometimes we you see, I'm telling you
you haven't
with
given me
facts
those
and
facts. I would like to
figures.
see the facts and figures, so that at least you know, be like say we dey carry
But
rumor.
you would have informed me. You would have informed me. I would have sent
Okay,
those
so
things to
perhaps
you.
another time we'd like to see if you can send them ahead. I'll repeat them tomorrow. If you send,
So I challenge you, I challenge the Chief Justice now. I challenge the Chief Justice of Federal Republic of Nigeria to come out publicly and say things on his own without direction. She can't. She can't. You don't know that Nigeria is bleeding.
we're living in it. It's not bleeding. I'm here in Nigeria. Nothing is wrong. So, do you not think that you people abroad or wherever you guys are just
So,
perhaps panicking
so
unnecessarily?
it's not
Mm.
panicking. You know, let me tell you, these guys in the Senate and they feel free to talk to you because they know you are not there. They feel free to talk to you. And they will tell you, my brother, say vote no they count again.
Hey,
You know say these people they call you in the chamber to give you condition. And let me tell you, even before this year, because if you ask an average Nigerian politician now, what is your political ideology? He cannot say. These are Akpabio that endorsed Tinubu. Remember Akpabio's history with Jonathan.
yes. Which of the histories are you talking about? Which of the history?
Remember that he was you see, any politician now in Nigeria that tell you good afternoon, check is evening. It's evening. So the issue, let me go straight to your, let me let me go
I know
go
you don't
straight
have
to your
much time, so
question.
just go straight to the Labour Party issue if
So
you can.
so the question is this. It may be Labour Party, it may be other party, but nobody is. There's a lot of discussion going on.
So it's not certain
There's
yet.
a
Then why
lot
would
of
Obi make that statement in the purported video that I have not seen, as reported by Vanguard and
okay. Why
Punch?
AI can do so many things now. People, you see, let me tell you, your politicians have taken advantage of. You see, if you tell anybody in Nigeria now to sell somebody just to get money, he will get because there is hunger on the land, in the land. And let me tell you, all the small political party that you see, let me tell you, that is why official statement has not been made yet, has been captured by the executive. And tell me now, Precious, like somebody who have not seen, like, let me say, $500,000 in his account before, since he was born. And do you think that if the executive paying that money to the person, what are we talking about again? Have you seen what is happening in? Have you have you seen what is happening in SDP? Have you seen what is happening in
Yes,
SDP
SDP is
now?
having
You know
crisis
they've already,
already.
So who do you think is sponsoring it? Let me tell you. I told you about the judgment of Labour Party. That is how you attack me. Let me tell you, in 2027, hmm, in 2027, you see the foul you cried in 2023, you've not seen anything yet. Even before 12 o'clock, people will start rejoicing already. So anybody going to the polling booth to say, it's my constitutional right to vote, we must protect her, you are just wasting your time. Everybody, every arms of government now is a puppet to the executive. So let me tell you, my dear, even if you recommend anybody, even
And Abure, where would the Abure faction be right now in all of this?
even if you recommend anybody to me now, I can't waste my shishi because it's of no value, it's of no, it's like a waste.
So how about Abure's faction in Labour Party? What is going on with them?
Let me tell you, Abure and his people. Let me tell you, I don't want to, because of the respect I have for the person, I will not mention his name publicly. But he's in Abure's fashion, and they are cashing out
How do you
steady.
mean by cashing out? What do you mean by that?
The executive is giving them what they want for the job they are doing, but not considering what Nigerians are going through. Abure and his people, they are on a mission. They are on a direction by the
Are
executive
are
arms of
you
government.
accusing Abure of collecting money from government in power to destabilize his party?
That is what it is. Because that person, I don't want to mention his name. I can tell you, this person, maybe I can call you privately to this person because of the respect. Is an elderly person. Hmm? This person, under normal circumstances, cannot afford 200,000. But this person, now, as I speak to you now, just purchased a building worth of $1 million
Yay! Under Abure's camp.
under Abure's camp. It's not, this is my, when I say my personal person.
Hey! $1 million. I ain't take get the money.
Tell me, how did that money
You
come?
sure? I don't want to say whether you sure saying a true again because you don't talk saying a true. Eh. No, 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 it's okay.
Oh,
I know they
I
argue
don't. You
with you. Now
see,
you talk, I don't need to talk.
because
I did
this
hear the
person,
listen.
this person, this person, this person did not offend me. I see him as an elderly person, but I will give you his name. You just Google his name and find out if what I'm saying is true. Every press conference that Abure is doing is there.
And yes, he's cashing out.
Then
Okay.
I say, bro, you don't join Yahoo. He say, I know as they press the Yahoo. I don't know.
Mr. Benjamin, you don't send a public space with day.
See,
Because as I dey talk to you now, if they hear me now, they go fit
oh,
come find you. Not be me they go find because not be me talk am. Now you talk am. They fit come find you.
oh
If they find
God,
you,
oh,
remember say no matter where you hide, they fit catch you. They fit talk say they go repatriate you. May you can't talk. So I don't know where you did. Kukuma they talk to me. So are you sure of what you're saying? I'm sorry that I'm asking
oh,
again. It's for your own good and my
oh
good.
God,
Well, not my good because you're the one saying it, not me because I'm not talking anything. So, eh?
oh God. What? See, but this thing I'm telling you. So where do you? So there is no arms of government in the country whereby that is not hijacked. That is the mess. That is the point we have gotten into.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, 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 is is not it's not you see, we have gotten to a point of decay. So anybody telling you is going to run under it may be under Labour Party, it may be under
So,
another
so
party,
are you
nobody
saying
is
that
sure
Obi may
yet.
have just made that statement to dribble people just to be sure that make you not tell anybody?
He never
But
made
they
this
claim say
statement.
video evidence there, and I sure say some obedient people dey here. But if you prove the video evidence, they talk say video evidence dey to prove saying talk am.
Okay, but I will tell you how and the platform is going to use is not sure yet. There's a lot of discussion going on. See, let me tell you, anything APC is telling you now, or is, all of them are just lies, scam. All of them is just scam. It's scam.
All right. Okay, so where do you see all of this going, especially the coalition, for instance? Where you see this coalition they go to? Very quickly, I release you move this
Well,
question.
let's see. There's a lot of thing going on. There's a lot of discussion going on. There's a lot of thing. Is there's a lot of but there's a lot of thing going on. Nobody knows where it's going to end.
Since you have mentioned now that registering a new political party may be a problem, what could be the next possible option? You already said that SDP is already embroiled in
This is a
political
this is a public
cannot be sure.
this is a public
Yes,
space,
yes.
right? This is a public space. If you want money, I can send you money. Try to register a political party now.
Eh,
You are a Nigerian. You can do that. Try and see if you will succeed. So if you know you are doing well as a leader, why don't you don't want you don't want to contend with anybody? Why? Let me tell you, get free and fair election, put INEC aside, put like a standard body to come and conduct an election. Tinubu cannot win a local government. I said that. If it's a fair contest, he can't win a local government.
our
So what am
president
I
is
saying?
in local government
He
election.
can't win
What
a
do you dey
local
talk?
government. He can't win a local government.
Eh.
He can't win a local government. The peace they are talking in your state, why have the peace not coming? Why is the peace not coming out now? Do you know the terms and condition that is in it? Please, I don't want to go there because when you talk, people, some people call it beer. I don't drink. I don't take. You know me too well. So so forget it. It's a failed state already. People predicted it. Forget everything they went to Abuja that day that they are endorsing. All those things are psychophants.
All right. Thank you, Benjamin. Is there any other thing you think we should know? I appreciate you anyway. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. Thank you so much. All right, Nigerians, you've heard that. Okay, this is scary to hear. I doubt it is true. I don't even want to believe it. But let's get straight to that conversation. I told you earlier that Peter Obi also said in that we had a problem in our party before in the past. Here, Adra was the president. I went to him then. He called the INEC. I think I've seen this video somewhere around Twitter before, if it's the content of this video they're talking about. But again, they have said that P2P has declared that he's going to contest on the Labour Party in 2027. Now, let's go straight to some issues bedeviling the Labour Party and the PDP. Well, before we get straight to that, let's visit to Labour Party. Let's visit PDP. So, a chieftain of the Democratic Party PDP, Shegun Shomi, has called on the party to initiate efforts to bring back Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi into the fold. In fact, bottom line, he made a statement that if P2B can leave the party without any support and make the kind of mark he made in 2023 election. That means that is the man they should go after. I'm going to make a recording on that video and I'll post it later on. But let's go to perhaps other crises bedeviling the PDP itself. As the former state president, Kwara state president, as former Senate president, Bukola Saraki, has expressed confidence in the ability of the People's Democratic Party to reclaim its leadership position in Nigeria, despite the internal challenges currently facing the party. He believes that the party can reclaim those issues, reclaim its glory. Now, he said Saraki made this assertion following strategic meeting held in Enugu State with Governor Peter Mba of Enugu and follow up and fellow PDP chieftains, Senators Siriaki Dixon and Ibrahim Dankwambo. The gathering was part of the ongoing effort by the PDP Strategy and Way Forward Committee to address the party's internal crisis and chart a new course for its future. Taking to his Facebook page after the meeting, Saraki acknowledged the seriousness of the issues plaguing the party, but stressed that they were not ignored during the deliberations. We don't sidesteps the issues. We confronted the structures, the fractures in our foundation, asked the hard questions, and began shaping a real workable plan to move our party forward. Do you see the PDP handling all of this, being able to surmount all of these issues? Because even the national chairman of the party, they don't accuse them, say, it be like, say, you be wicked, ping pong, wicked, they control you. And if wicked, they control you, how you go fit use, make sure, say, you work for the overall good of the party. If wicked, the party, they make mouth for the party, say, you go make sure, say, you vote another person for inside the party. Waiting be the possibility. Because people, they talk from the side, say, even the Sheyi Makinde way they come out for presidency, say that one are just washed to water down the APC, PDP even more. And then Wiki has been clamoring that they should make sure they put out a southern candidate. So if Sheyi Makinde comes out as a candidate, of course, Wiki cannot be his vice. But what would now be the fate of the PDP at the end of the day? How is the PDP going to resolve all of this crisis? That's a serious issue that they need to contend with. But in all of this, well, Omoyele already don't talk. Say, all this one that they do and they waste on their time, because as it is right now, say they don't already write results when they go use win the election for 2027. And then there is also something else I have to also point out, just very quickly. Why a lot of us are clamoring and believe, people are looking forward to what the coalition can do. People are already saying that, look, wait a minute. Don't have too much faith or confidence in the coalition. Why should you have too much confidence in the coalition? Because at the end of the day, people are saying that don't expect Peter Obi to gather the same votes that he did in 2023 election. So because some people go don't change their mind from P2B, the same way people go change their mind for the president, the same way people go change their mind from Atiku. So what be the new things where these political parties supposed to do, or this coalition people they're supposed to do? Now, one of the Northern Coalition group members don't come and come talk, say, well, say not be problem, just like Benjamin spoke right away, that it will not be problem if there is a fair playing ground, then winning President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wouldn't have been a problem at all. But the problem is that would there be fair play in the first place? If there is no fair play, it becomes a problem. Let's hear him talk very quickly, and then we'll move to the talk about coalition and what the coalition perhaps need to do right to ensure they surmount this. And then I begin to take your
I
reaction.
got myself into
Let's take a
the
listen
group
to this interview with the right
personal level and operated within some parameters, and I saw it is best if we get the league to be part of it. And thank God yesterday we had a general meeting and members endorsed as our communique short.
Right.
That they agreed to be part of it, and then they'll contribute in the dialogue in shaping it.
Right.
So I am happy with that. I believe if things are done rightly, the defeating of President Tinubu in 2027 will not be that much of an uphill task. But we have to operate on an even platform, guided by the law, guided by the rules. If we will play by the rules, then we have no problem in removing President Tinubu. But it is the act of playing outside the rules that is our problem. And it is the problem of the nation. So politically, I don't have any problem with that.
Well, I mean,
with what we have, the only problem is
Right.
the operating of extra-constitutional oppression.
Right.
And that is not good for the system.
What he said here, he talks say in problem are only to operate with extra constitution laws, as in things we know within our constitution, and that not a problem. But understanding say this perhaps now waiting their fears be now. Waiting he thinks that the coalition then supposed to make sure they say they surmount this thing. Just like from that interview where Shegu Shomi get with Arise Television and Shinwo Kimaloyi, he did say quite a lot of things. Where he did mention that, look, the coalition should know that the president would not also sleep, because he's somebody who's been in the opposition for a very long time. He don't play opposition, so he don't know the game of opposition. So person when on the opposition no go dey inside water, make soap enter an eye because he know the game. He knows everything that they're likely to do to win him. And he will ensure that he does the right thing to also stop them from winning him, which is the game. You hear when the president talk, I'm not be me talk, when he talk say that is the game, let them sweep all of them up, let them sweep them up. You heard that. I'm not going to play that video for you again. He said that is the game. So if that is the game, what should the opposition parties and the coalition do right to ensure that they no go fall into those traps? Because the person when they say they fight you to no go to sleep, you also do what you go fit do to make sure say he continue the fight. Now here is Baba Yusuf explaining that the coalition may have major problem because it's just like when somebody come and talk, say PDP was formed out of bitterness to oust APC. APC was formed out of bitterness to remove PDP, and because of that, say now waiting make the PDP, the APC themselves too would still get problem. Now, they also talk now. Say this Baba Yusuf now. They also talk say a lot of people then when they the coalition they did there out of anger and bitterness, and that they may not even get it right. But what is the right thing they're supposed to do? Because he also spoke about the number of votes each of them gathered and why they need to do the right
What is
thing
the
to get it right. Let's take a listen.
tragedy of the opposition party, moving into 2027? They are just bumping into each other. There is no strategy. There is no forward thought, with all profound respect to all of them.
And that's partly what he was talking
Absolutely.
about ideology, or at least a
philosophy. And even if there is none, let's even consider there's not, because some other time we can talk about the conspiracy of the elites, which is part of what Chubozo is saying.
Yes.
The point here is, whatever you want to do and you don't have a clear-cut strategy to go about it, you're not going to win. Now, you have a political juggernaut in the person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was in the trenches of opposition for God knows how long, who understands the mechanics and dynamics of opposition, who has stayed thirsty with all the opposition figures for a very long time, having that stay power in opposition for a long time. And you have majority now, people that are in opposition, that I call the buttered quote and unquote politicians over time in the PDP and other parties that are not used to stay in the sun and be thirsty and weather the storm and pay your dues in the trenches as opposition, are coming to think that it is going to be a transactional conversation, transactional or operational. Let me use operational, that you can just come, get together and do this. I have a bit of a worry. I align with the question you asked about how sure are they that forming a new political party will win the game for them. And I will say with all sense of responsibility and experience, I've been part of formation of political party build-up to return to Fourth Republic 1998. I've been part of alliances. I've been part of the ruling party in PDP before I left politics in 2005. And I can say this for free. There is no time for them to form a political party. And even if they do, let's eyeball the situation. Politics is about numbers, simplicity. The former Vice President Atiku Abubakar got about 7 million votes, 6.9. Senator Rabi Musa Konkoso got about 1.4 million. And we have Mr. Peter Obi of the Obedient Movements and Labour Party coming to almost change the game with 6.1 million. Over time, what happens is they are not even thinking what has happened to those people that voted for them in 2023, that have become disillusioned, frustrated and disgruntled, and that have gotten tired and have frittered away to other political party. And the assumption is these people are going to come and just those numbers will be transmuted into an opposition party. That's not how it plays. The people need to demonstrate they have the political sagacity. The new political party will not even have time to play the structure game across Nigeria, which was a down point for Mr. Peter Obi, his inability to form those structures across that was the argument people were making. And it is going to be worse now because the momentum and the phenomenon that Peter Obi brought is what you call a lightning hardly strikes in the same place again. And then there's an issue of vested interest. These people are coming with what I call conflicting interests. How are they able to come within this time, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, form a new political party, step down for this man, step down for that man, beyond your interest, to say you have, just like Tinubu and Muhammad Buhari did, in 2014. So the conflict of interest, the lack of strategy, and the assumption that the votes that were there in 2023 for all the political for the leaders, including the president himself. They think that it's going to be automatically translated. That's not going to happen. But the tragedy of Nigeria is the elites will continue to play this yo-yo because the citizens allow it.
All right, so you don't hear. I'm waiting. You get to talk. I'm waiting. You. This is a very important conversation because it's about the way forward for our country, and I feel like all of us need to come together to listen very keenly about this conversation and then put our mind inside. Now, the interesting thing about all of this issue be say, even with the people them, apart from the coalition and all that, even the people then gone self, we be say they inside the PDP, APC, that is the ruling party. They're not even they happy with the president, especially considering some things that happened recently, as it get to do with the one way be say got to La Pabio-led assembly and the rest of them endorse the president for 2027 as president. Some of them are also not happy about it because some of them are saying that that's pure psychophancy. Say that kind of thing no good at all at all. How can any country or anybody do that kind of thing? And it's shocking that even people in the opposition no grief for that kind of thing as it be say it happen. But in all of this where they happen, waiting be the place of the Nigerian people, because that's not the question a lot of people they ask. Waiting be the place of the Nigerian people. Now here is an APC chieftain talking about what happened at the national summit of the APC, where it be say all of these people them endorse the president. Some of them they look up and say, did they be like say they test the Nigerian people? Be like say they tell on a face, we're doing what we're doing. What can you do about it? Well, even though he also tried to also swing the other way by also blaming other arms of government, as it were, the governors and all of those. But what the
Nigerian political tradition and convention.
We'll get back to what Chris Nwokobe had to say about the president's acceptance of the fact saying that they caused the problem for all the political parties. That's not waiting Chris Nwokobe talk, not me to come. So everything that they talk, I bring evidence. So you don't hold me responsible. My work is just to do my journalistic.
Tradition and convention has made it that after 2 years, the third year is for the Nigerian political tradition and convention has made it that after 2 years, the third year is for campaigns. And that is why towards the end of the first 2 years, everybody is taking off. This is the first time we are getting this type of hype about the next election. All along, we have always got into the third year when they are doing conventions and congresses to elect party officers. If you ask me, it is rather early. But it is also good for us so that the president and others will no longer take actions for the purpose of the next election. They should take actions on the basis of the next generation and for the betterment of the greater majority of Nigerians. That, for me, should have been the... So optics should now be focusing on showing the landmark programs and actions that this president and policies that this president has put in place. And he has many. From the parliament to the executive, you can clearly see a roadmap for development. And the international community is keen into that. So the endorsements for me are just not unnecessary. They are provocative. They are completely unnecessary. Because the president has already demonstrated that he can be endorsed, even by only those outside the party who are not party officials that can endorse this president. Every other person in the party has no choice. So pretending that you are endorsing him is this complete political somersault and some kind of gymnastics that is unnecessary at this time. The entertainment is becoming grotesque. It is not in any way exciting or excitable. I find it completely unnecessary because the president and...
With all the focus on preparing for 2027, like you said, so that he can focus on making generational shifts or changes, I'm hoping I'm not misquoting you, is it not taking away from the urgency that we're living in our day-to-day? You're talking about landmarks, that we should be highlighting the landmarks. Our daily reality is, as a Nigerian, is quite painful. So you think is the focus that should be in the present going into the elections that are still 2 years away, when we're also living in one of the most difficult times on history as Nigerians, economically speaking?
That is the point I am making, that the president is taking steps and engaging the system given our present realities. And therefore, the issues of endorsement, this is actions, and I have said it has enough to show that Nigerians should accept him. And that is why even sitting governors can move to come and join him. And some who have not even moved are saying, look, we endorse you. If you are not within the party and you are holding no office in the party and you endorse the sitting president, you are doing something novel. But if you are a member of the party, you don't have a choice. You are doing no endorsement. You are only getting yourself excited. And that is complete political masturbation. That is political masturbation. You are not engaging in anything fruitful because you are not saying anything about the president. You are not saying anything about your governor if you say you are endorsing him as a party member. Do you have a choice? You don't. You cannot. If you don't, you stay out of it or you challenge it at the proper time. But as we stand now, the president is taking steps and actions that are to remedy the situation we find ourselves in terms of security, food security, the national security situation, in terms of our energy crisis, and all those things. The first thing he did was to divest as much as possible, dilute the concentration of generation of power and distribution of power, and giving the states the powers to do so. We are not even seeing the states to do that. He has collected monies from the petroleum subsidy and given to the states. Nobody is asking the states, what are you doing with the money? What we are seeing student loan fund. People are complaining about the loans not being adequately given or properly given. Nobody is talking about that. Even the student union movement that should even concentrate on that and make that system effective. They want the president to go door to door. Minister of Education, what are you doing with NEL Fund? Minister of Power and State, what are you doing with states in order to generate power? Is that what the president should do when he has already delegated those powers to his ministers and agencies and other such corporations and commissions? When he has such divested his power and delegated those powers, must he go door to door knocking on each of these places? That is what even the civil society groups, that is what even the citizens have to agitate for and ask those who are given those responsibilities to take up those responsibilities and be accountable. That is what we need to see. But everybody is looking at what an Ashwaju will do. Is that what governance and democracy is all about? Questioning just the head? When we have subnationals and provinces, why are we not dealing with the states? Why are we not dealing with the local government? With the huge monies, and they are published. Everything that is going to
waiting if this APC chieftain get to talk. And one of the things we catch my attention most for waiting and get to talk. Now talk say waiting the APC members, including the governors, including the National Assembly members, do by endorsing President Tinubu, say it provocative to Nigerians. Even though he also lauded and praised the president's work, that president don't they actually do work, we should say it on the roadmap of doing a good job and leading Nigeria. Right. And then he also mentioned that we also need to hold other people accountable. That is, we need to hold other people accountable, like the governors and other arms of government, and especially officials that wouldn't give job to do. And then he did mention the student fund and all of those. But I would like to say something. Remember, say some universities were inside the southeast with the lament say they were excluded from that student loan fund. What has the president done about it? And there's also been cry about lopsided appointment, even though say some people don't they praise them back now. What did the president don't do to ensure saying appointment they balanced? I get to go back when I read that in Dume matter. So we get to Dume matter we won't talk about once we finish these political issues. In Dume, remember when he said before that the president's appointment were lopsided. In that video, when he said it before, he named key appointments under President Buhari's administration and how they were slightly diversified, even though it's just within northern Nigeria. But he shared them between North Central, Northwest, and Northeast. But he can't name most of those departments, most of those key positions. So under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, they were only centered around the North Southwest alone. Only Southwest, not other regions within the South. And that's now what a lot of people they talk about. But that being said, let's go straight to what a lot of people had to say about the disintegration of political parties from inside the country. As almost all the political parties, they get problem based on what my guest said earlier about the fact that it will be very difficult for political parties to even thrive because all of them, they like say they don't infiltrate them. Now there I go stop the talk. Now, Professor Chris Nwokobia had an interview with the Rice Television where he asserted that the president actually confirmed that he's the reason why political parties have had issues. And let me quickly play you what the president said during that summit. And listen then, when you're done listening to it, you listen to what Chris Nwokobia had to say. Do you think that that's like a confirmation that maybe they cause problem among these people then? Just like listen the president gets talking. In case you've been never here before, take a listen.
Equally, before I skip, I just need to tell those ones saying one party system is no good. It's one party ruling and driving the aspiration of Nigerians. Where do they start? You don't blame a people bailing out of a sinking ship when they have no life jacket. I'm glad of what we have, and I'm expecting more to come. That is the game. We are in a constitutional democracy. Don't forget the freedom of movement and the freedom of association is not criminally punishable. Welcome to the progressives. Sweep them clean. Fellow members, of our great party.
While you hear what's in the president talk, say, sweep them clean. Welcome to the progressives. You don't tell someone in a sinking ship not to bail out. The person will get to bail out. But then hear the interview with Chris Wokobia as he interprets exactly. Now, just to be clear, not be everything with the president talk with this. There are lots of things he also said that I did not capture in this clip, just to be, let you know. But let's take a short clip of what Chris Wokobia also said.
Our president knows that gravitation to and towards a one-party state is against the intendments and the tenets of democracy. A true one-party state is absolutely the opposite of true democracy. And then when you allow political tendencies gravitate towards a one-party state, what you're having is dictatorship, despotism, and authoritarianism. And unfortunately, when they tell him that it means nothing, that it's okay to sweep them clean, it obviously means that those who are jesters around the president want to have an authoritarian rule over our country. But that has never happened. That can never happen. That will never happen, because Nigerians are naturally opposed to any one tendency conquering us. Our historicity is replete with instances of such. But let me say clearly here that, your question was bold and daring. I was part of the formation of the APC. I headed the presidential, one of the arms of the presidential campaign of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you know my historicity in the APC very well. But let me be frank in answering some of the questions you threw at me. First, my politics has always been about the Nigerian people. It's country first. That's the movement I had. And when Buhari won the last election, and less than 2 years into that administration, the former Minister of Information told us that change begins with you. Whereas the campaign mantra in 2015 was change. I challenged it, and I said that wasn't what we told Nigerians. We told Nigerians that we're going to be the change. Leadership starts from the top. Mitt Romney, the former American presidential candidate, said that leadership must and should show the way. So when it became obvious that the APC was reneging on its commitment and promises to the Nigerian people, I became one of the fiercest critics of the party. And just before the 2023 elections, in 2022, I resigned from the party. I am not anxious to return to the party. I can only consider those issues when it's obvious that leadership thinks about the masses of our people rather than egocentric interests. There's so much sycophancy about what is happening. And I think that if there's any tendency that is jittery in today's Nigeria, it's the APC. Let me tell you, I'll give you 3 reasons why it's manifestly obvious that the APC is jittery, not necessarily the opposition. All they have done is to try to disorganize, defeat, disorient, and mess up the opposition. But in doing that, they actually have been the one who has been majorly jittery. It is less than 2 full years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidency. And what you see is more of politics than governance. What you see is more of propaganda than leadership. And what you see, less than 2 years of his administration, is that the party is anxious to endorse a presidency that is largely uncharismatic. And I wonder why. The party is anxious to tell us that there's no vacancy, and they have foreclosed any tendency within the PDP, within the APC, asking for the presidential ticket. And you ask yourself why. It's about sycophancy. It's about unwillingness to allow for public debate and thought. It is about their unwillingness to allow for proactive opposition. Look at what is happening in the Labour Party, the PDP, and simply, Steve, it's about clearly the witch cried last night and the child dies this morning. And the president didn't hide it in his statement. He said, go sweep them clean. So he has admitted.
Right, okay, so you heard him. So do you believe or do you think that perhaps waiting the president talk for that former video where I play get anything to do with waiting him now, Chris won't come and get to talk? But then these are the issues, and I think it's very important that we discuss them because now the things and will help our country with this. I told her earlier say Omoyele Shawore for inside an interview where get today don't open up to on the Tinubu administration, say the death of democratic ideals, the collapse of opposition politics, and why he doesn't believe in elections. As a matter of fact, Shawore talk explain why he wouldn't align with Labour Party or Peter Obi and what Nigerians must do before 2027. As a matter of fact, the talk as they talk like this, say they don't already write the results for inside the election. So 2027 election results say they don't already write down. You say my opposition of this government is not thought. It's a clear stance. I've held long. There is a clear stance I've held long before the 2023 elections. Nigerians made a grave mistake voting Tinubu into power. And that's what you talk. So when they ask him other questions, whether you think if there is any a way to celebrate on this democracy, there anything to celebrate. He say in fact, what Nigerians are whispering dangerously is that they no longer have democracy. That the promises of democracy, free speech, credible elections, freedom of choice, all of them don't die. He had quite a lot to say, and I just thought to bring that to the fore. And then moving on, that Labour Party member who happened to be the person where be say my guest sponsor, yes, he don't leave. Member representing Anyocha Osimili Federal Constituency of the Federal House of Representatives, Mr. Ngozi Okoli, has dumped Labour Party for the All Progressives Congress (APC). Now, he cited lack of direction and unending problems as reasons why he decided to defect from the Labour Party. Addressing newsmen at Asaba, the country's Asaba country home residence, Okoli emphasized that his resignation from the Labour Party was to enable him attract progress and project to his constituency. They always they worried when they talk. Remember, say when the governor of the state talk, he said even the former governor said they don't date too much in the position. So for them to fit attract better thing, development for inside their state, then get to align with the center. And I want to know, is it that if you don't align to the center, you cannot attract development? I want to understand, please, people that are politicians, and maybe I'm too naive about this political thing, so I really do not know. That if you don't align with the center, you no go fit get, as a member representing your constituency, then no go fit give you anything. Is that what it means? That's a question from a very sincere point. Now they use as that question because I need to understand what is really going on. Why everybody feels say it ain't necessary for them to align with the political party waiting for the center for them to fit use make any headway. Why? Why anybody go feel like that? Why all politicians feel say for them to fit make headway, they get to align with the political party for the center? And how we go use continue like because even for the Delta State now problem there. Ahead of the general elections, the chieftain of the All Progressives Congress (APC) Delta State, Ayiri, he don't want people then wait just newly the campaign. Some man are they careful, oh. Some man are noticed because of someone I just joined now automatic ticket go there for them. So what makes him think that like that Labour Party member that he will even get automatic tickets in APC? Or perhaps just based on what my guest said, could it be part of the promises where they make to them? I don't understand because that I'm just trying to put one on one together. So, I mean, people said all of these things. So, what is going on now? Some people will be the people who did the PDP, Labour Party, sorry, the APC. Forgive me, please. Some people who did the APC inside Delta State before this new campaigns come now. Now they tell them say it's not going to be business as usual. Nothing say because of say you just decamp, come join us now. You go get automatic tickets. We're not going to give you automatic tickets. But then most of them are saying that they decamp for the good of their place to make sure that they attract good things for their people. What is really going to happen? Remember that my guests here don't talk and before over and over again that there is also an Ovie Omo Agege, the former deputy speaker, where it be say in on self day of your Omagege may not be happy because it's the person where be say don't groom the party, don't do a lot for the party. So how you think say they go use fight over the structure for inside APC for Delta State and for all of the states where they decamp based on the fact say you already get people where don't day grant for all of these parties then for the party before then coming. What is really going to happen? Could it also lead to some sort of an implosion of the party? Because when you don't put people of different interests based on people who did there before and other people then join inside the party, it sure said the APC not going to implode. Or perhaps the president, because he's a master strategist, will know how to handle everything and make everybody calm every nerve, suit every frayed nerve, so that everybody could do okay. Maybe that's what the president is good at. So, but that's one of the issues that we have to discuss. We could bring them to the fore. Going to Kogi State, where Ibi say we don't hear of different issues of power abuse, where Ibi say people don't abuse the deputy governor of the state, say it abused power by sending thugs to attack some people, doing this, doing that. Even the accountant general of the state say, the abuse of power and all that. Well, the Kogi State government don't assure say there is no breakdown of law in their state. So say nothing they happen, nothing they shake. Say those things that just make gossip. Kingsley Fawon will be the Commissioner of Information. It don't talk say the state is not under any form of siege as security agencies are working to neutralize all threats. Addressing journalists in local chat, so you don't talk. Say anybody waiting say the state they face any serious issue, say no, don't worry about it. We're fine, everything is okay. Everything is okay. But let's get straight into it because I like to get to this conversation. So, former Senate leader and lawmaker representing Borno South Senatorial District, Senator Ali Ndume, he don't talk, say, he don't commend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for appointing several Northerners to key positions within federal agencies, calling it a step towards inclusive governance. Now, in a statement personally signed and issued in Abuja today, Saturday, Ndume praised President Tinubu for responding to earlier concerns over regional imbalance in government appointments. He comments, his comment followed Friday's announcement of 12 new appointments from the region into strategic national positions. Let's even look at those appointments. Among the new appointees are Yazid Shehu Damfulani, Zamfara State, as Managing Director of the Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation. Hamza Baba Kanu as Programs Manager, the Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program. Abubakar Jarango, Adamawa State, as Executive Director of Operations of NIAC, and Sumaila Audu Katsina as Executive Director of Administration at the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund. Others include Professor Musa Tasfari, Kebbi State, as Executive Secretary of the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education, and Isa Aremo, Kwara State, as Director General of the Michael Imodu National Institute of Labor Studies. Now, Ndume had also previously criticized the administration for marginalizing the North in appointments. Reference section 14, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution, which mandates fair representation of Nigerians' diverse regions. He had earlier warned that any continued imbalance could deepen discomfort and foster opposition against his administration. However, in his latest statement, the senator commended Tinubu's response, describing the recent appointment as a reflection of the president's openness to feedback and commitment. So let's take a listen to what he had to say, because what that interview we get before, in them key positions where be say suppose go to different regions and not just stay for one region. But that's not be waiting exactly President Bola Ahmed Tinubu do if you look at how he used Sharam.
You are accusing the president of nepotism.
No, I'm not using that. I don't like that.
That is the interpretation of what you
That is
what
your
you inferred.
That is your interpretation.
You said they are lopsided.
Yes. In fact, wait now. I'm doing this to call the attention of Mr. President, and I'm happy. The only person that responded appropriately is Sunday Dare. And you know what? He is the one that knows, I know, that is closer to Tinubu. He was his press man, he was his chief of staff, and you could see his response. He tried to not insult me now, but come up with figures. He came out with the figures. Unfortunately, it was not comprehensive enough, and he withdrew that too. But I have my own here.
What are your own saying?
I have my own 72 so far, as I said. All of them are Yorubas. I'm not talking about north or south. No. All I'm saying is Section 14.3 is clear, and it says that the appointments into political positions or positions should be spread in such a way that no tribe. We remember, Chung, do you know that we have 371 officially recognized tribes in Nigeria? And not Yoruba is not two. Yoruba is one. Igbo one. Hausa one. And when you start talking about Hausa Fulani, number one, I'm not a Hausa man. Number two, I'm not a Fulani man. Number three, I'm not even a Kanuri. That is majority in my state.
What tribe are you?
My tribe is so small.
You're a minority of the minority?
Yes.
What tribe are you?
So a man, Waha. Yes. A man who qualified to be senator. And by God's grace, I became a senator. I'm a senator by God's grace. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
But the Constitution says that everybody should have a sense of belonging. And you know why I came out with this? Because I'm thinking that the president is not quite aware of this. It's not deliberate. So now that 2 years into it, and I'm happy, Sunday Dare said, this is not the end of the appointments. The appointment is continuous. So for now, it's loop-sided. There's no argument about it. But it can be corrected, and it should be corrected.
Is there an undercurrent within your party which you are voicing, or is this a personal observation that you are making?
No, it's a personal observation as one, as a Nigerian, two, as a senator.
And you want the president to correct some of this?
Yes.
In the future appointments?
Yes. Sunday Dare said, this is not the end of it. And I hope they will now take this or see this as a wake-up call to say,
Buhari was criticized for nepotism because in just a moment, in Buhari's government, most of security appointments or most of the service chiefs were said to have been from one region of the country. And Buhari was criticized heavily for that.
I criticized him on that. I even confronted him on that. What's is that Buhari is alive in Kaduna. And he gave me the reason. He said, look, Boko Haram has taken over your place. These people are qualified. I want to bring these people, Air Force, Army, and which other one?
Navy.
No, Navy was not from...
DSS?
Yeah, no, DSS was... but particularly these two. Say, I want them to go and address this issue. And they are qualified.
Okay, so very quickly, let's take a list, make a look at what they mention as the list of the appointments during former President Muhammad Buhari administration, especially for key positions, vis-a-vis as he be now.
I want them to go and address this issue, and they are qualified. Can you bring Dume to go and be chief of army staff? No.
But equally people from the other region.
No, but look, I told you, and it was based on seniority.
So does it mean that nepotism all these lopsided things
see, that is, if we start arguing,
ingrained?
Here, let me call you out. A friend of mine sent me this. I want to read out the list.
Okay.
That under the most attacked Buhari, this is what he sent to me. This is what the economic configuration looks like. Petroleum, Katsina Buhari.
Mm-hmm.
Minister of Coordinating Economy, on his appointment, he appointed that woman from Ogun, who is the coordinating and the minister. FIRS, he appointed Fowler from Lagos. Mm-hmm. Stock Exchange from Anambra, Custom from Bauchi, Nimasa from Rivers, Railway from Edo, NICTF from Anambra, Sovereign Wealth was from Imo, Economic Advisor was from Ogun, NNPCL was from Borno, Pencom, Kano, Bureau for Enterprise was from Ondo, Public Procurement was from Anambra, Accountant General was from Kano, and Airport Authority was from Katsina, and NIPOS from Oyo. Well, let me read out that of Tinubu now. Petroleum, he himself. Finance, is a Yoruba. CBN, is a Yoruba. Stock Exchange, is a Yoruba. Custom, is a Yoruba. Inland Revenue, is Yoruba. Pencom, is Yoruba. Nimasa, is Yoruba. Nigerian Railway, is Yoruba. NSITF is Yoruba, NNPCL is Yoruba, Accountant General is Yoruba, Public Enterprise is Yoruba, Bureau for Public Procurement is Yoruba, Sovereign Wealth is Yoruba, NIPOS is Yoruba, and Federal Airports Authority is Yoruba. All I'm saying is, these people, whether you even appoint them from Lagos, that dominates the arena, that's not a problem.
Because the office that is largely responsible, that helps the presidency about appointments, just a moment.
The chief of staff is Yoruba.
The secretary of the government of the federation.
And Dare himself that responded to me is Yoruba. Defines how it should be.
So you don't hear now. Get this. Let's get something clear. Even though President Buhari administration, according to this interview, then captured mostly people from the north, but it was decentralized across the north, within the northwest, northeast, north central. But now, according to waiting in talk now, waiting do me the talk, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu own everything they centered around southwest alone. Southwest only. Everything Yoruba. So even the NNPC, where it be say in give North Central Kogi State, is from the Yoruba extraction of Kogi State. Bayo or Julari, in the hear the name and Yoruba name. From the Yoruba extraction. So it make her look like, say, the president may not, it's finding it difficult to trust people from any other tribe in key positions apart from Yoruba people. In fact, there are people in customs who will tell you now that even key positions for inside the customs there, gone, safe. Key, levels them. Now Yoruba gone, they occupy them. That's now waiting people they talk. But then here you are, do me now, don't they hail the president? Say do well, say your appointment now, don't they good? Say you give some board of trustees and some people them to Hausa people. So the president is now doing very, very, very well. Well, I say make a bring on this matter. What is it? There are lots of things that we have to talk about. They follow them one by one, state by state. But insecurity is still in the country very quickly as they prepare for midterm scorecard. We hear say a renewed wave of violence in Taraba State has left more than 30 people dead, 30 people, and dozens displaced, following attacks on Munga and Magami villages in Karim Lamido local government council of the state. Again, attacks. Now, this, they contrary to what Oga Akpabio just talked recently, say people they sleep with 3 eyes closed now, not 2 eyes closed. Again, for Taraba here, Taraba. Now, the assault reportedly carried out by suspected armed headers in the early hours of Saturday also resulted in the destruction of homes and properties, compounding fears among residents and casting a shadow over the state's recent investment drive. Again, for inside Taraba State, just recently. In fact, as it happened for Taraba State, we heard that 3 years after a deadly attack on St. Francis Catholic Church in Ondo State, bandits don't they threaten again to launch another attack in another church, for attack again the church for inside Owo for Ondo State. The anonymous assailants, in a letter addressed to the church, vowed to carry out a strike soon with no specific timeline stipulated. Again, God forbid that they succeed. God forbid they succeed. With the threat, tension has gripped the ancient community, which is still feeling, reeling from the June 5, 2022 Pentecost Sunday attack, where gunmen stormed the church, killing 41 worshippers and injuring 69 others. That they don't threaten again another attack. Remember that our church attack now? They don't threaten another attack again. Another attack again. This is a situation where we've been told that people now sleep with 3 eyes closed, but there's a threat of another attack again as we go through midterm scorecards. And I just thought to I don't write the stories, I just bring them up. They're all over the news. Now, going to Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, lawyers of Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, today, Saturday, don't confirm, say they don't receive details of the suit where it be say federal government of Nigeria file against the lawmaker in a case involving her and Senate President Akpabio. Federal government filed a case against her, saying they will present their defense in court at the appropriate time. So when the time reach, they go present their defense for court. Now there they go end them. For inside a statement where we say Dr. Ehioge West Idahosa San, the lawyers also sought sought for the prayers and support of all. So make everybody pray for them at this time. In fact, reading the statement, they say at about 2:30 p.m. on Friday, the 23rd of May 2025, in the premises of the Federal Capital Territory High Court, Abuja, we received the information filed by the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, containing 3 counts bordering on allegations that our client, Senator Natasha Uduaghan, who represents Kogi Central Senatorial District in the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, made imputations which she had reason to believe will harm the reputation of Senator Godswill Akpabio, President of the Senate, or 10th President of the Senate. We received the same information on behalf of our client upon a letter of authority duly issued by her and filed in the registrar of the courts, the said courts. Now, the legal team would adequately prepare all factual and statutory defense available to our clients and place him before the court during trial. We count on the prayers and solidarity of all. The federal government instituted a suit against Mr. Potudua on May 16 over alleged defamatory remarks made on live television against Yahaya Bello and the Senate president, not the federal government, just to let you know that. Let's move on to other issues so that I don't talk more than I should right here. So moving on to other issues very quickly. Before we get to NNPCL, well, let's get to NNPCL issue. We hear that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has announced a scheduled maintenance shutdown in the Port Harcourt refining company, set to begin on May 24, 2025. In a statement released today, Saturday, by the Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Femi Shoneye, the NNPC said the shutdown is part of planned maintenance and sustainability assessment aimed at ensuring optimal performance on the facility. So they will shut down temporarily to maintain the facility. While people they wish and they say they will continue to look forward to see how long this maintenance will take place. For where will be so spend money, we'll see they put up the money where they use do the place. That now what will they go through? Well, my people, phone lines will be open for you to jump in on the conversation very shortly. 0700 0817. I will bring out the phone line for now to join me on the conversation. Let's begin. So if this is your first time of joining us, please ensure that you quickly click on the like button. That's the only thing you could do for me with that now. Kindly like, share, and of course, spread the gospel. Let's make sure that people just let's continue to sensitize ourselves and educate ourselves. Now, there was also an interview recently by the Ijo Youth Congress, where the Ijo Youth, as I don't talk refinery matter, I need to play you that video, where the Ijo Youth are heavily angry or the vex onto matter we get to do with the marginalization of the Ijo people. They revealed that a lot of things. The Secretary General of the Ijo Youth Council was on a Rice television where he had this interview, and he talked about a lot of things. Say the Ijo people never suffer like this for their whole life before. Say the way the Ijo people they marginalized under this administration, they never ever suffer this kind of suffer before for their whole life. Now the first time we basically they suffer this kind of suffer for inside any government. They had quite a lot to say. I would like you to listen to this while I take your calls. I think I've got some people on my back studio office. I'll bring them in shortly. But quickly listen to what they had to say in that interview. What do you think about it? Do you think that they just have been marginalized because even real that appointments given? And how no Ijo person actually has a ministerial position, but a minister for state, only one person.
If you permit me, I would like to say this is perhaps the worst era for Ijo people since our existence, on planet Earth, to my mind. I would say that because we've been so challenged with political issues, economic issues, betrayals, in-house fighting, and a whole lot, having even misfits amongst us in various, strata of our Ijo struggle and all that. So I think it's just we're sitting on a keg of gunpowder, in a Ijo nation. But this is also a time for us to, beyond what we do, to think, coalesce ideas, begin to have introspection and internalize where we've come from, where we were before, and where we ought to be as Ijo people, irrespective of our political divide as individuals, our economic challenges that we have as a people, and trying to see how we can provide solutions to our lingering challenges. We have issues, from River State down to Delta. You can imagine we've lost our sage, our leader, our father. Yes, he lived a very good life, got to a particular age as human beings that would celebrate. 97 years is no mean feat, and I mean that's Dr. E.K. Clark, late Pa Clark. Now, at a time when this man was already critically ill, we have very big issues in Delta State that has been lingering right from 1994, 95, 96, and that's between the Warri-Shakiri war and all of that, which if we don't nip in the bud to do the right things now, that thing can also degenerate into certain things where Ijo people are so challenged, maybe because people are trying to put us into extinction. It takes me back to beginning to think the likes of our leaders that we've lost in the process, like King Koko, late Dapabriye, late Major Jasper Dakaboro, and a whole lot of other freedom fighters from Ijo extraction, and even the current ones that we have. So Ijo nation is going through a whole lot, and sometimes I just sit back to reflect. So we have lingering issues ranging from politics, economy, social, and all of that. So like every other ethnic nationality that you'd have in the world, I think Ijos are even most unfairly treated. I would say that because in Nigeria, we contribute to the mainstay of Nigeria's economy. And the current administration or dispensation at the central government is doing everything it can to making sure that Ijo people have got, go into extinction. What do I mean by that? Consciously, even positions that Ijo people handle have been taken away from, Ijo people. And today, the best they can give to us is to be Megadi of pipeline contracts and all of that. I don't have issues with all of that, but the truth is that that's not what Ijaw people stand for. And when you speak, they will see you as somebody who is against. That's for me is economy for some group of persons. Now let's look at real issues. This is an era in Nigeria that Ijaw people, we do not have a minister. We only have a minister, a statutory minister from Bayelsa State, who is Minister for State Petroleum Resources. Even if it wasn't given to an Ijaw man, that position that young man or that gentleman is handling must be given to a Bayelsan. So we do not have a minister from Ijaw extraction, and it has never been so right from time immemorial. The few positions. Let's look at NNPC. Divested all the divestments happening, particularly with Shell. Let's look at the consortium that they have with what is it called, Renaissance. There is no Ijaw man or even a proper Niger Deltan in the board of Renaissance. Bayo Jolari was taken away from Renaissance now to head the NNPC. In the board of NNPC, as we speak, Ijaw people are not there. So there are issues. This is the most trying period for Ijaw people. And this is not about party. It's not about being an APC member, PDP, HIV party, ABGA, or, Labour Party. So I wouldn't want to take all of your time.
All right, okay. So you don't hear them. So at this point, you be like, say, almost everybody, almost every group, every nationality, they complain. Why this complaining they much for inside this administration? That the question will be say I no go fit answer. But phone lines are open. Let's jump right into the conversation. I go like make you join me, make you tell me how you feel about the things and what you don't hear so far. It's an open conversation from what my guest said from the beginning of the show and to all the things and what I don't bring out now. Tell me what you think about all of them. Call in or just click on the link within inside the pinned post and the link will bring you straight into my studio so you will join me for the studio. Or better still, you call the WhatsApp number 0817 029 4077. 0817 029 4077. That is the WhatsApp number to call. If you get that number direct, not only for WhatsApp, you can get that number. So call us on that WhatsApp line, make you for know, tell us, as a matter them, take the do you for body. I think I've got someone in my back studio. I hope you are ready to talk the Barrys. Are you there, Mr. Barrys? Mr. Barrys, you there? Most times you go join, but you just hibernate and I will not hear from you. Mr. Barrys, are you there? Okay. I let him be. I let him be. So phone lines are open. Let's take your thoughts, your reactions on all of these issues that we have raised. We continue to speak for the growth and development of our country. So this whole thing about forming new party or coalition, it's really very, very scary. If some of the things we've heard tonight, now anything we be say we go put to heart. Because if it be like that, then how will go fit get a formidable opposition for inside the 2027 election? That may cause for worry. Hello, good evening and welcome. Sir?
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
I did rush out there because I need to meet up with a couple of my friends that are waiting for me. Just a brief one, yeah? Mm-hmm. See, actually, Buhari and I start this, appointment of a thing, yeah? Mm-hmm. But the worst. You see, when people from the southeast are complaining, South are the problem. Oh, South. You see, that's why South is just trying to keep quiet. Mm-hmm. Because this one, what is happening now, is kind of like worse than what we have. Mm-hmm. Because if you look at it, Ndume was right, actually. But the problem they have from their particular area is that nobody ever came out to denounce what Buhari was doing.
He did. He in Ndume spoke about it at that time.
He spoke about it. Did we see it in the open? We didn't see it in the open. He only said he went to Buhari. We and I were not there.
And then, but then, as I tell you, if you look at Buhari appointments, even though say they lopsided around the north or centered around the north, but it was centralized within the north because he said he carried northeast, northwest, and north central along. But for this one, everything now, not the whole of the south now, Yoruba gone.
See, what did Buhari they do? Buhari will just carry the head and put, then decentralize the rest for the rest of the region. But this one, if you talk of immigration, you talk of custom, you talk of inland revenue, you talk of airport authority, talk of Lagos Airport, finance, DSS, ICPC,
even EFCC.
What happen? Just like as Ndume said, more than 200 languages within Nigeria. You see, somebody made a comment sometime ago, say Buhari now will be laughing at them. thinking that because they claim that they then go school pass. But now look at the school, upon the school where they don't go now, he's now failing them upon all the old people that he believes that is going to do better, but now they are turning out to do the worst. That is just the truth. I sympathize with them, my dear sister. But I just feel so sorry for Nigerians, you know. I'm a Nigerian, but I just feel so sorry. When I say feel so sorry for Nigeria, I'm part of it. I feel sorry for myself, and I feel so sorry for Nigerians too. My dear sister, let me not take your time. Bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You too have a great weekend. I appreciate you. Thank you, brotherly. All right. Okay. Here you go. You have it there. Okay. All lines are open. Let's take your thoughts, your reactions on the conversation we would on raise tonight very quickly so that we'll go feed they talk about them, they address them for the good and development of our country. Call me on the WhatsApp line. Yoruba Gongon is southwest and not central. Sukini Point. I don't understand what you mean by Sukini Point. Did you just hear what I said? Did you hear the video I played, Kolata? If you want to come into the house. Come, enter, follow the link. Come, let's talk about this. Did you hear what Ndume reeled out in that video I played? That all the key positions, Yoruba Gongo na take up. All the key positions, people from Yoruba ethnic nationality. So even when people wake from North Central, they will get those positions. They go be of Yoruba nationality. Do you understand? Or ethnic group. I don't know if you get my point. And that is unlike like it's never happened before. What it be say head of customs, minister of finance, accountant general, almost every position. What are you talking about? Kolata, I no understand you. You go help me explain what you're talking. You make up for hear you well because I go like make we debate this issue and please bring facts when you want to talk about it because I really would love to take you on it. Yeah. Okay, go on. Ijo people, stop complaining. Vote Tinubu out. Unfortunately, only the Ijo go fit decide who they vote anybody in or out, right? And then the only thing Igbos are complaining is Tinubu refusing to release MAK. As for the appointments, Igbos are careless. Well, like that part self beef me. It weak me. Really, I think not really worried about that. Even like say they don't give up because Buhari administration do them shaking. They don't come for this one to even like say they know to get. So the Kukuma just leave their matter for God hand. So they don't even want to talk about it. Kolata, you don't reach here with your Agbado. Oh dear. All right. So phone lines are open. Let's jump in on the conversation and let's get to discuss, right? Call me up. Let's talk about all of this. Call the WhatsApp line if you can. It is 0817 029 4077. That's the WhatsApp number. Or you click on that link that is by the pin post and come straight into the studio. Kolata, Oga, if you want talk to me, I better come. I go really love make I hear from you. Make you help me tell me how everything will it be say they happen now use the very okay. Because it will be good for Nigerians to also hear you out there. Why are you laughing? What is cherry picking? Cherry picking what? I can You're not saying you're picking your words. I'm not cherry picking. I want you to come. You're the one opposing what is going on now. Maybe because you're a Yoruba person. I understand that sentiment. But let's not always be happy when it's happening, when situations they favor us. When you know favor us on call, let's always seek for equity. That's it. Let's always seek for equity. I'm sorry, if someone from River State does this, I would not like it. If somebody become president from River State and appoint only River State people gone all through, or a particular ethnic group for River State, I would not like it because all of us will get this Nigeria, not be only one person. So I think that's what Ndume was talking about at that time. He said what he said, right? Okay. The Barrys, are you back? I'd like you to join us. Okay, good. You're here now. The
Yes.
Barrys, welcome. Why
Yes, can
are
you
you
hear
always
me?
disappearing every time I'm looking for you? Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, my dears, I beg, sorry, precious. My office, the trees where they around my office, sometimes they always block the intersection. So I have to get away, but I'm always listening. Today on, I missed a recap. So I have to make I go play back on YouTube, get the recap, and then come back to you.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah,
now that
so,
you're back, straight to the point.
yes. Make I first talk about. I go mix some with broken. I'm actually calling from Atlanta.
All
So
right, go
trust me,
ahead.
you
You
get
know, say
one live.
I like pigeon where.
I go mix some. I go try. And I like Pigeon Wewe too.
Thank you.
So you see, make I go off small. You see, my Igbo people. Make I start from there. Nigeria cannot survive without the Igbo people, whether they like it or not. All right. Secondly, I want the Igbos to understand they're supposed to use that kind of style where wife they use on a cheating husband. The best treatment where a wife feel use on a cheating husband, na silence treatment. So that silent treatment means say Igbo people suppose call the Southerner as brothers. Make we sit down and plan how to grow without these people, whether we like it or not. Say what been hand over the war to the Nigerian army after Ojukwu run away. Not Philip F. Young. Have you ever been on the media, hear any Igbo man call to give credit to that man or even respect the my father was a Biafran soldier. I never see anything where Igbo people don't come say, oh yeah, South, or follow us fight this war. I had a project where they work for Nigeria. I came to Lagos to meet Yoruba people. Guess what they call me? Igbo. I don't speak one Igbo language. I don't speak one. I feel yes, small. My elder sister was born in Igbo land.
Where are you from?
I'm your Goni man now.
You're going Wuga. No wahala. That's what they call all of us now.
But imagine saying even you are local.
Yes.
Even where you from Precious, even when the name don't change to Oyibo, Igbo people still call them Obi. But what a disrespect!
Yes.
Why do they do that kind of thing? Now then, this is our problem. If I promise you, Precious, if Igbo people try come to the south, say, oh yeah, see this thing where they call on a landlock. The access to this our backyard the south. Look, we sit down, arrange this thing. I promise the day that happens, as a matter of fact, it don't happen small now. When Asari Dokubo been the one aligned with the Biafran ideology, what will happen? They gave him contracts already to go to kill people for Ebola, call them unknown government. The day that the Igbos will come down the high horse and say, Southerner, this fight now, not the only Igbo, Biafra, the word Biafra, Igbo language. Now, if your man named that in the eastern distant region, Biafra, but they're going to feel as an only 5 states of the Igbo and the Biafra. No! These people, both outside and the Yoruba, they call Omo Igbo. Okay, then maybe we will sit down and arrange and build our place.
But the problem be say even if the Igbos now call on a joint for inside the Biafra, most times even we for Rivers State go say we'll not be part of them more, we'll not follow. A Wike will never agree that he's a Biafra man. They never agree, so you don't have to blame them.
Yeah, we cannot.
I'm telling you this from what I have learned. I am from Ndoke, you know that. I mean, my place,
yes.
Even though we're Igbo speaking, we call Igbo people Igbo. As Igbo as that sounds, we still call them Igbo people. I don't know whether you understand me. And that is what I learned.
Make I tell you, Precious, tell you something. I get plenty information where I go to share on this platform. I dey like finish my own research because even 10 minutes for you presenter to go do research is a lot of time. So before I go to send you something, I go finish and clean them up. Put any references, put them so you know say this one come from a reliable place. That's make I tell you, I've been member of the Nigeria Indiana organization for Atlanta. I was actually the former public director. I get so much information. See, there was a group of Igbo people who understand this what they tell you. They were planning to go to the South elite so we can work together. Before Nnamdi Kanu come, when they say, oh, no mind the South, we'll go, when we finish, we'll then go full. You see those things? Yes, we get people that think like that. Trust me, there are credible Igbo people who understand this whole logic. What thing with the miss for Nigeria, the whole critical thinkers and creative mind don't die finish. They go silent. No one will think critically again. Sorry, our own church don't collect social life. No social life. As we did this now, Nigeria, you see, say we climb pier. People make I use this one. First way climb pier, see plug black pier, drop am for ground. First way there for ground, no go see am well. Now you there, I will tell us, say, look here, e dey for left. Then we remove am. Now so those of us say they diaspora. The things wey we dey see for Nigeria, say make we bring am. We go enter there. Now our own people go tell us, say, man, I go up. But if like say they don't sell us, I'm only begging. I dey dey Nigeria, my project, everything where they do for Nigeria, even if I dey abroad. So this whole thing, Precious, now distraction. No, trust me. See, why are we even talking about politics now? Why not the governance? The second video where you play so that man, That is the entire thing that we're supposed to be talking about. As we did for US like this, nobody care about what Trump do now, what in the economy they do now. They take Judge Trump. Nobody cares about politics. Who want come? In never reach 2 years. Why are we talking about politics? We think concerned us. Now, political parties suppose they in their room, they plan their own strategy. Who will come up next? Who they go present? They watch the body language of the public and the masses. Where are they leaning towards? What are they doing? It's their own job now to go. Will be this.
Hello, Barry.
Yes, we're supposed to do what if now. Look how many people they die. I get plenty people for Benue Plateau. I precious. You go say what they come for abroad country for Nigeria. But I love my so much. But this thing is this I never feel sleep. Look at people they die. But Buhari, I see one small story. You see President Bush being govern America, called in a war monger. All he was doing is planning for war. Come put American economy into dire the way the thing be. Guess what America did? They brought someone where go free talk. Obama can talk and person where they see go jump up. He was so likable, black and white. Everybody get involved. Come build in as much as he was bad, he had bad policy for Africans. But the man builds, people follow him, not only him, he go school. Every child with this school were so happy. The football stars, everybody. It was so relatable. The only way Nigeria need now. That's somebody where they likable. He doesn't have to give us anything. Make it just be say everybody go bring their resources in and build that country.
But unfortunately, that person where they likable, they go agree vote and into power. That's not the question, and that's not the problem. What we have, they go agree vote the person because that person feel no money.
Somebody came on their platform was talking about sometime. See all this stating where they do permutation and combination, whatever they're doing. Forget all that matter. Now we as a people, we suppose to share. Just as you have a platform, whatever I go do for this platform to remain, I will do. I'm still working on things because this is the only place where we can talk like this, and you give us this much time. Trust me, I listen to you. Money. If I miss one, I go back, go download them, listen to them from morning to night. My wife then they quarrel with me, say, "Yeah, go block," because my precious saying 9 day my ear. If I don't do precious saying, I will do. I want to cook. This is all I have. I am so Nigerian that people at the America put the come in Nigeria. They can't get information from me from my place. So I am so thankful. I'm so thankful. And I sit down with you. Make I unfold some of the things where the Igbo people they miss. I don't want to worry about the northern and all this Yoruba. Forget all those people. They're not going to live without us. I'm just saying this. But this whole thing, if we can focus on how we go do, discuss how to move on without this, but then they go come back. And they tell you when your husband, he say, why no, they come quiet. You don't know what's my woman they plan. Nobody go tell you go back, you can give them. You go because you don't know what she they plan. She might not be planning in maybe a nature. Now, what in Nigeria is supposed to do now? Leave this Tinubu and all these people. By the time they know, things are moving on. People are moving on. Yeah, we are suffering. Are they train 4 people for school now? So they tell you for there. One from your place, one from where you go. I just meet her where she they work. She says she won't go to. I say, you don't get, you won't go to school. No, I'm putting their name. As I speak to you, she fortunately passed her jam 192. She want to enter USC. She meet up this and I say, between now and when they go start to sell their other form, you must go and take some computer class. Something we go take learn. I don't buy computer. I want to do things where go leave impact. I don't care about all this money and all these things. We need to find a way.
Thank you. Thank
you. Yes. So thank you so much. I make I not unfold so I get plenty information. I go to come. I go there your backyard. You go see me. I go to move away.
I beg.
I go to move away. Get clear, yeah. See, rebuilding. Maybe now what in Nigeria need. We lack oxygen in our blood. Not 3 days anywhere. See Lagos for a day. Lagos people are saying, this in desert. Nobody the plan to get enough oxygen so we can think well. How many people where don't see where they water they drink? So their blood, everybody get high blood pressure, high, what do you call it? Pepper body, pepper body. We need some oxygen, no. Make we begin the plant tree. You know how job where planting a tree go create.
Thank you. I agree. Oh, I agree with that.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I
Thank
agree
you
with
so much.
you. Thank you so much.
Woman.
Oh
All right now. Thank you.
yeah. Nice.
Thank you. Bye.
Ale.
Bye. All right. It's fine. Okay, so I've got someone else in my back office, but before I bring him on, let me respond to some messages. Colata is saying that the constitutional requirements or constitutional requirement for representation have been met in ministerial appointment. The rest is discretionary. Do you know that is debatable? Just like with what the German is saying, it's very debatable. The only position that was given to a Bayelsa person was a minister for state. Do you understand? Do you know that is debatable? And then what happens to there are key positions in ministries. There are also key ministries. What happens to how you divide and how the equitable share of those ministries? What happens to that? That's very debatable, but this is not my place. It's not in my place to talk about. So let me just leave it sharply. My brother here talks say Ogoniman advising Igbo people. He shouldn't advise. And then Kolasa says, of course, I am from Delta State, but my family is from there. God, look, forget about that. They see the Yoruba in you. It's very, very obvious. Under Buhari, an Igbo man controlled the bank and second in command the military. This zoning to be a fallacy. And then, yeah, you will need to stop Baliki. Okay, all right. Let me forget about this banter here and move on to other conversations. This here says, Nalai, we won't live without you. What? Nalai, we can live without you people. Not an easy lie. We all need each other, whether you like it or not. We all need each other. We all need each other, whether we like it or not. It's something that we have to do. The real enemies of the South are the Yorubas, not Northerners. Anyway, okay. And then Shego is a closet supporter of Tinubu. When you stand on the fence, you are part of the oppressors. Ngwano, let me just go straight and take another call in. Hello, good evening and welcome. Mr. IK Chosen. It's been a long time. Where have you been, sir?
My sister,
I can't hear you. I
you
think
can
you're
hear me
muted.
now?
Kindly check if you're muted. Sir? I can hear you now. Let me quickly remind my people to please kindly like this post. I mean, at some point, you had over 600 of us watching and less than 100 likes. How about now? And then they pay more. Then they charge you for the like now. Like it. You're not going to pay money. It's not like by subscription. Liking is not subscribed. Like, share, I beg. Like and share. And please subscribe to the page. So subscription is free, just so you know. It is free. You're subscribing for free. You're not paying money to subscribe. So kindly subscribe for free too now. How about now? Subscribe. Okay, Ike, let me have you, sir. Go ahead.
Sister Precious, God bless you. I've
Sir?
been
Thank
following,
you,
but
sir.
these days it was busy for me in the office. I just came back from work now, and I said, I'm talking to you from my home. I said, let me dive in
Okay, sir.
and see what you have. I was listening to you from the office when you were speaking to the man who
Okay.
was telling you about what is going on in Labour Party. So. Uh,
Mhm.
I only I think I want to, because you were asking question about where Mr. Peter Obi said that he's going to run under the Labour Party.
Mhm.
It was just this week when he was
Yeah.
addressing the young Nigerians in the high club in Abuja. He said it wasn't something that was hidden. He said it because it was a blank question, and he said that he's going to run under the Labour Party. And when the Igbo guy who said he never liked Peter Obi, when he asked him, if you cannot fix Labour Party, how can you be able to fix
Yes.
Nigeria? He told the young, that was the
Mhm.
first time, even though I know for a very long time that that's what he know. It
Mhm.
was the first time he said that what is happening in the political party is the handwork of the government. He said, quote me anywhere. He said that. It's not that no anybody who in Nigeria, or you guys, you people in Nigeria are pretending that you don't know what is going on in the political party. You are not trying to be honest to yourself. The weapons that are working against the political parties in Nigeria is the apparatus of the government and APC. So it's not funny. And I think that Peter Obi himself know that even though we are talking about coalition, we know Peter Obi is a movement, and he know that movement he is himself is a movement, and there are millions of people who made him to become a movement. So whenever he know he's speaking, he's speaking to the movement. So we are not against, personally, I'm not against coalition of political parties, but there should be a red line on the coalition. You understand what I mean? What I'm trying to say is that Atiku himself should go and he should enter house. If you want to smell political power, he should bring out somebody he can trust in the north as the running mate to Mr. Peter Obi. That will be acceptable to everybody. But for him, he know that right now, politically, Atiku has no political base. The soul of PDP has been taken away from him. He doesn't have any control of anything anywhere in PDP anymore. So I don't know from which perspective where he's standing to be launching to be the candidate to be the head of the coalition. Let me say one other thing also, that Peter Obi is very smart, and the Whedon movement and the movement of Peter Obi, we are smart. What the people of the North, there are two things that we are being conscious of. When you're playing the politics with the North, you have to be very careful and smart. We don't want Peter Obi to be used by the North to come back to power. No. The South, the political situation in Nigeria, the South remains where the presidency will come. It is not negotiable. We are not going to negotiate anything with anybody from the North. When you're talking about the politics must remain in the South. It is not negotiable. And that's why I said what I said before. I'm saying now, if Atiku wants to, if he should be a statesman, he should be a man who will be able to understand the reality that is on the ground. That the man, Mr. Peter Obi, has overgrown him politically. It doesn't matter the structure he thinks he has. We hadn't no structure in 2023, and we were able to do what we did, even with all the magic of APC and the INEC. We were able to do what we did. So if he's trying to use his structure to talk about, which structure does he have right now politically? He doesn't have. What he has is money. And we are not afraid of, after all, where did we get the money we used in 2023? So I am honestly believing that if Atiku wants Nigeria to work the way he's claiming that he wants, what he needs to do, get somebody that you can trust. Get somebody who can get vote from the North. Forget about the vote of Mr. Peter Obi. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Even people who are in other political parties, when you talk to them, they know what they want. He's the man they want to be there, but everybody will play politics, right? So, honestly speaking, my sister Precious, the crisis in Labour Party. If you remember the last time we spoke, I told you that the crisis in Labour Party is we know the people that are respond. Abure is working. Abure is in a mission. Most of what that young man was telling you that when I was listening, he's speaking the fact. Most of these people who claim to be executive of Labour Party under Abure, most of them don't have 50,000 naira. Some of them don't have transport money. Now they are living in mansions. Now they are driving big cars. Now they are big boys, right? Where is the money coming from? Who gave them the money? So we know what is going on. And for anybody who want a better Nigeria, who want to structure Nigeria, for me personally, I am standing 1,000%, strongly behind Mr. Peter Obi, not to do anything, not to influence what is going on in Labour Party, but allow the due process of party democracy to take place in Labour Party. That's the process I want it to go. If you are not patient enough to do it, walk away. But a lot of them have to walk away already. Those who believe in Peter Obi, some of them have walked away. And as they're walking away, new people are coming in. So we are not afraid of people to walk away. If we want, walk away. But we want the process. The same thing you are fighting for, the same thing you want for the country. You cannot go above that. You have to walk through that process. You have to take the pain. We know it's painful. We know how painful it is. All these pictures they are painting. The president came out openly. He started with last 2 weeks, right? You can't organize your Labour Party and you want to rule Nigeria. You know, we already know. And eventually, the chairman of a political party is telling you that there is no problem with the one party system, right? And eventually, yesterday or day before yesterday, your president told you sweep them with a broom. You know, so what do you need? Do you need a prophet, my sister, to tell you what is going on in the political parties? You don't need a prophet, right? People who know politics in Nigeria that in other political parties, you see how Sheikh Sowomima is leaning down. He's kneeling down, asking people to bring Mr. Peter Obi somewhere. But the problem is that Mr. Sowomima know that the PDP has been divided in more than 1,000 portions. So Peter Obi can't go back to PD. Which platform? Where Wike is he there? When you're so Wike is still controlling the executive, including the so-called useless chairman of PDP. Under which platform is Mr. Peter Obi going to fall if you go back to PDP? So listen, we are not in Nigeria, but we know the politics that is going on in Nigeria. We know what the game Abure is playing. But my joy is that last week that Nigerian Labour Congress and TUC, they decided to come in. It's a small process, my sister. It's going to be painful, but we're going to get there. It doesn't matter. Even though they want to form a coalition, it might be in 6 months, 1 year. But before then, we're going to get it right in Labour Party. I mean, by the time we get it right, all those people who has been by the side, they will come back. Those who has left, they will come back. Because if you are following Mr. Peter Obi, you have to be patient. Because if you are not, you can't survive. So I think that nobody should begin to ask himself or herself what is going on in the political. Look at this SDP you're talking about. SDP already is that is their own trouble their own trouble is already becoming bigger than the one that is going on in Labour Party. So this is to tell you that the fingers and foot, the fingers of the system and the APC is in everywhere. So that there is nowhere you say. That's why Peter Obi will always tell you, if I go to any political party, the same people you are running away from, they will still move back to the place. If you register a political party, the same people you are running away, they will also move into the political party. So, but if we can be able to organize and recover the one we have, shouldn't that be better? But it doesn't mean that he has closed the door of registering a political party.
Thank you.
Right? That's why the obedient movement, that's why we are prepared. That's why the movement is preparing for whatever comes next, whatever he decides we want to do. Right? That's why we are mobilizing. We are not sleeping. Even though we are not in Nigeria, but we are doing the little that we can from over here to make sure that if Mr. Obi wake up tomorrow and say the movement we are moving to south, we go. We are moving to west. Wherever he say we move. Right? So I'm not, the days that I was worried about what is going on in Labour Party has gone. But from the time I begin to really digest and begin to digress what is going on in Nigeria and how the stream what do you call it, the media in Nigeria has been bought over, with these people are the people that they give audience. Can you ask yourself, where is Arabambi and Aburi and Papa getting money to go to channel televisions and their rights? Where is the money coming from? These are the
All right,
people.
thank you, sir. Thank you, because I have another story concerning our China's television and our rise now that you just mentioned it.
Sorry, before I stop. You were in the public media before. You know what I'm saying. Where are these people getting the money that they're going to press conference every time? I mean, is he not telling you that there is somebody playing a drum somewhere, right? So I believe actually, naturally, that now that the Nigerian Labour Congress and TUC has come into the fray of what is going on in Labour Party. Let's watch before the end of this month what is going to happen. We know the game. We know the game INEC is playing. We understand their game. Don't you understand their game? We understand their game they're playing, right? So, but at the end of the day, my sister, if Atiku feel that they love Nigeria and they want to be, a nationalist, the best thing for him to do right now, politically, is to pick a credible candidate to match the person with Mr.
Thank
Peter
you.
Obi,
Thank you.
and LBC will die before 10 o'clock on the day of the election. They will leave us sorrow.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. So, speaking about Channels televisions, I just came across a story right now as the Akwa Ibom State Governor, I forgot to bring it, initially, has barred Channels television cameraman and reporter from being part of its press call team. You know why? Because of the leaked video about his decamping. Remember, I didn't play you guys that video. Forgive me. I just look up see because the previous day I don't give one at the news already, so there is no need to play the video for you. So a video of where the Akwa Ibom State Governor was telling his ministers, his commissioners, that if you not follow me, it not be news again inside the camp. I be a So if you not follow me, if you think say you know go follow me the camp to APC. Now you sabi. And if you think say you go remain for PDP to use PDP, hunt me or torment me, don't worry. Make I just blow your mind. Say now me go see they control the PDP structure, even though say I dey leave for APC. So that video leaked. And right now the Akwa Ibom State government has now barred Channels Television, its cameraman and reporters from their press call. So they're no longer part of the press team that will be reporting anything again. That's very interesting right now. Speaking about some things that government needs to do differently, I beg and no vex. Am I the only one who just worries about what's going on with this budget? Because the budget matter, they really, really tire me. Now, remember that we have a leakage, an expose from budget, as then find out some money about 7 trillion, 6.93 trillion trillion naira. Where be said they started in budget under this administration. And I want people who support this administration to come and explain to us why the National Assembly, the executive, is yet to comment on that and explain to us why they know how is it that they did not see that there was an insertion of that amount, about 12% of our budget was inserted wrongly. And what did they want carry the money do? And they're not saying anything about it. And here is what I think the Director General of Budget had to say in an interview earlier. I think yesterday with Sean
line being assigned or being given to agencies that have no mandate to carry out such, it then calls for questioning. And we are saying if this government that came into power...
Ms. Okewo, for us to make sense of this and perhaps wrap up this conversation, is that it does look to me like deja vu. But because this has happened over and over and over and over again. It does look like our budget has become a street of a crime scene. And every time we see this happening, and it goes on, and nobody is being held accountable when we see this frivolous, this unjustifiable, this senseless way in representation of the monies that belong to the Nigerian people. And lawmakers or whoever, that those who are involved, those go on as though the Nigerian people are dumb and don't know what they are doing. You are asking a big question here at budget, that the Attorney General of the Federation needs to come to it. What about the role of the Nigerian people? Where do we go from here? It does look like a crime scene, doesn't it?
Sean, what I'm expecting, the kind of reaction I'm expecting from the government, either from the executive or the National Assembly, is to say, yes, we made this provision because we make it in the interest of our people, and let the government, right, create a system that allows everyday Nigerian to monitor this project, track this project, and provide feedback. We have been, this is what we do. But over time, thanks to the intervention of the ICPCs and the EFCC, their intervention has helped in the recent years in reducing the rate of abandoned projects or fraudulent projects that are fraudulently delivered. But there is still a lot to be done. If this government is going to make anything good of this budget, let this government come out, let this government pledge its commitment to ensuring that monitoring and evaluation system will work in this country. And where we see that items that have been budgeted and allocation has been made for has been back.
All right. Okay. So in an ideal situation, waiting a government supposed to do about this thing. a government will notice this kind of thing, and it's very sad. I don't know whether they blow us breeze for Nigeria or I beg go. I don't know whether they just do us like all of you just shut up. And this is so in an ideal situation when Nigerians hear things like this, what thing they're supposed to do? Okay, so Nigerians also don't raise the matter. Social media people don't talk. I even noticed that some opposition members also talked about it. But what in government don't do about it? And this is a budget that has already been passed that is under implementation. Waiting they don't do about them. At the end of the day, waiting go happen. We don't even want to talk about the fact that we keep repeating things inside our budget. Is this the leg? Now this leg we won't use do am. Now this leg we won't use become good government. Now this leg we won't use do well. Now this leg we won't use provide dividends of democracy to people. To people, is that how we do it? I don't want to say I'm tired, but it looks like I am tired. I'm really very tired, honestly speaking. I'm really very tired. It's really tiring to deal with some issues concerning Nigeria. Okay, Tracy, you had mentioned that I should bring Kolata. Kolata, join the studio now. The studio is open. Enter the studio, let's talk. I really would like you, even though I'm not prepared for anything, but take me on spontaneously on any issue concerning government. I'm ready to take you on it. Please, take me on spontaneously on any issue concerning government. I am not prepared. I am on air right now, but please do that. I am ready to take you on it. Please, let's talk because the idea now to debate to, enlighten Nigerians. So let's enlighten Nigerians. Let's talk. You come with your facts, I come with my facts. Yeah? So let's talk. Take me on anything concerning government and let's know if that country you're in, the same way they're ruling the country you are, is the same way our country has been governed. I'm not trying to blame President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for anything happening. No. But this whole mess has been from successive administrations, including the PDP era. And where they start all of this from. So take me on anything concerning government and I'll be glad for us to discuss it. Let's do this. Shall we? Would you mind obliging my request? Well, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's been on the show today. It's already 2 hours and I'm tired. I need to go have my. No, I need to, take a rest and get ready for tomorrow. I love you guys and I appreciate you big time. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Thank you for the insight you bring to the conversation. Thank you for your very knowledgeable response to the conversation all the time. I appreciate it. I beg. Thank you and appreciate it. And then, I know there's a video I posted earlier today. Please go and see it about the young lady that was that was missing, that was declared missing, but eventually it can't be say they can't find her for Zamfara State because of say waiting. She did talk against government. That was just her crime. How dare she speak against government? How dare she talk about what government is doing? And the civil society organizations don't come out, can talk to ask people to talk against the matter and to seek for her release. I do pray that she'll be released. I do pray that the situation would be strengthened. I do hope that she'll be in good shape because na real long matter. I mean, go and watch my previous video. There was a press conference held in that regard, and everything was revealed in that press conference. I do hope that you watch the video and see inside. Let's speak because it could be anybody tomorrow, and you could not talk say because it never happened to us. We no go put mouth. If it no happen to you and you no put mouth, who go know who it will be tomorrow? Who knows who will be the next victim tomorrow? So here am I, raising voices for the young lady, and a 19-year-old young lady, hoping that she's released in good condition and then that she'll be fine. I see all of your responses. I see all your messages. I want to say big thank you to all of you. I should not be tired. I am tired, though. I am tired. I am tired, Kolata, and whatever. What did you say here? Okay. I see you guys. Yeah, where you they go? I want to join. Oh, yeah, come join now. They threaten me. You want to join? Join now. Join. I'm tired. I want to go and eat, Joe. I want to go and rest. I should not rest. Come and join now. You're threatening me you want to join. You think I'm afraid? You have no idea who you're dealing with. Come and join. I'm here waiting for you. Come, let's talk. Come, let's talk. Come and join.
cannot
Let's talk.
understand a
So
man of
that you know what I would. We'll talk so that you can educate me. Say every day people they learn. Perhaps now you go even convince
19
me
year
on the
old.
things. End of the day, as I said earlier, we're all looking for the good of our country. That is what we're looking for. We're all looking for the good of our country. This country better, and for all of us, it better for. Because if it better, now all of us, you said where you did for Yankee or whatever you are, you will enjoy it better if this country is better. You would enjoy it. You'd be glad. So we just want our country to be good. That's just all we want. And then I do not think that holding government accountable or speaking that government requesting that, may they give us the small things where they're supposed to give us and a bad thing to do. And the worst part of this is that Nigerians are not even very difficult to govern. Nigerians are one of the easiest people to govern. Very easy. Just give us build small roads. Tell with the hey wiki. Nobody won't even know how much in they spend for the projects. We just hail and say, he's working. Why? Because he's doing projects. Things will be our fundamental right. So things you're supposed to do, we're hailing him and thanking him and praising him. Do you understand? So it's not even that hard. Nigeria is not very difficult to please. Not just small things we go do for us. Our mind not happy. That's all. So Kulata, if you want to join, we call join. Two of you join together. Blow me bumper to
I cannot
bumper.
understand a minor 19-year-old.
Just a snippet of conversation. So this is a snippet of the press conference that was held by Joint Civil Society Organization about her conversation. Kindly go watch the video I posted earlier today for a better perspective to the conversation, please. And you can also share and let's create awareness for the well-being of the young lady in question. It's very important. Yeah.
I cannot understand a minor 19-year-old is you do not see who to fight. Bandits are there challenging you, abusing you, attacking you. You do not see who to use energy to fight. It's only a 19-year-old. This is a shame. This is an embarrassment to even the security operators on Kekena Pep in her village, taken to a village where she was injected with drugs. Later, she was abandoned in the bush in Bakura local government in Zamfara. She was found by a good Samaritan and eventually ended up in police station. After treatment in hospital, right now, the Commissioner of Police of Sokoto State is demanding she must be returned to him. We believe she was absolutely abducted by the state government syndicate to kill her. Ladies and gentlemen, this matter is getting out of hand. In fact, it's very ridiculous that you do not see anybody to fight. All the bandits that are challenging them, all the criminals, all the terrorists that are challenging them, they do not see who to use this energy, except this small girl, 19-year-old. Please and please, the media, we urge you, this thing can happen to any of you, can happen to any of your child sisters. It will be pity and it will be bad. It will be terrible if this girl, at the end of the day, they succeeded in killing her. This thing is getting out of hand. I don't know what the interest of Commissioner of Police in Sokoto and Zamfara and the governor of Zamfara that they are having in not only silencing this girl, but making sure that she is killed. Simply because he said that, please do the needful to protect us against this violence attack that have displaced us, that kill our parents and our sisters and our brothers in our communities, and that you need to come and sympathize with us. Now that has become a crime. This is the kind of Nigeria that we have. But we will not relent effort. We will continue to mobilize and speak against injustice and speak against any human rights violation in this country. Because if we leave this case, you may think that it's normal. It's not normal. It's abnormal.
All right. So there you have it. Civil society organizations had a joint press briefing. Please kindly go watch my previous video. It's very important. And then that'll give you a better perspective to the conversation in question. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow evening. My time is already fast spent. I should go pay attention to other issues and family. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, hopefully. Perhaps I'll post a video tomorrow afternoon, then tomorrow evening I'll see you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Please protect your mental health. Thank you so much for joining us. Do know that I love you. Another day. Take care of yourself. Good night.